You already know what time it is. Today is that day that we have to hold somebody accountable at the barbecue.
They know that I have the same smoke for men as I do for women, but then they want to get butthurt when it's their turn. No, it's your turn. I have the same smoke across the board. As a matter of fact, I get into way more beefs and way more smoke with the men than I do with the women. So please miss me with that non-equal accountability smoke giving nonsense that y'all talking about. I have the same smoke for men as I have for women.
I've been dropping all this content, trying to teach y'all how to get this bag, trying to teach y'all how to get this money, but y'all not ready yet. See, y'all broke. Y'all want to be broke. Y'all got to learn how to be bag chasers. See, I'm a bag chaser. All my dogs is bag chasers. I'm highly considering changing my bag chasers to sack grabbers. Because y'all can come over here and grab my sack.
Oh my fucking God.
Why are you chasing money, Christian man? Chasing the bag? You're not supposed to be chasing no bag. Bag chaser.
If this is your first time to the channel, welcome to the barbecue. My name's Jeff and I'm your chef. We always keep it grilling around here, always cooking up something. Now, we've been going over Anton content for the last few weeks, and we're at a point where I'm starting to dig back into his old videos at the Lapeef Network. Now, that's where he first started out before he ventured out on his own. In these videos, you can see how he used to be, which is completely different from how he is now. He was always talking about making people accountable for their actions, always trying to use Christianity, always trying to make people feel less than what he was, as if he was the moral standard for everything.
I'm going to let you sit with that because you know me, you ain't the same. I'm 10 times better than you.
And you know how I like to do. I want to play a few clips in the beginning just to get you warmed up, because him and Queen Sheba kind of went at it. But let me let you know how Anton is before we get started.
This is like being married to Anton Daniels. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person.
One thing that's for sure and two things that's for certain is that I am God's darkest angel.
Now, that was his wife, Rita. She said that he's got a personality where he's never killed anybody before, but she thinks he probably will because he gets pretty angry. He can go pretty dark. His personalities kind of flip back and forth. It takes a strong person to deal with him. Now, let's get to the panel where he starts going off on people.
Because she probably is embarrassed of her body. But with all that being said, I'm glad something, whether it's the 70 dicks, whether it's the flab and the surgery, or whether it's her finding God, I'm just glad she's making a change because she has kids. Them kids is tired of her looking, their mama looking like a hoe. So the day your mama says, I don't want to be a whore anymore, I'm happy for the kids.
Why do we give credit to people that has profited from the dysfunction that they continue to place on the community? They extract all of the money from it, and then we supposed to give them some credit like they did something that was courageous or any better than anybody else. Why? You know, and for y'all that's speaking on the church that don't know shit about the church, one thing that's for sure and two things that's for certain is that I am God's darkest angel. Why do God always got to get the leftovers?
So what you are listening to is the pre-Anton Daniels, the Lapeef Network Anton Daniels right now. The one who used to throw around religion and tell people that they couldn't get their lives together. They were having a discussion about a woman who was doing OnlyFans and everything, and she decided to give her life to Christ and stop doing it. Now, Mr. Let Go was like, I think it's a great thing for her, her family, her kids. Anton, on his high horse, of course, the God's darkest angel, comes out, oh, well, I don't think people should be allowed to profit off of doing nefarious things and then all of a sudden just turn their lives to God. I don't think so. As if he's God. Like, he's the determiner whether or not you should be able to seek solace in religion or seek repentance. You have to say, Anton, is it okay if I get, mercy from God, even though I've done all of these things? As if he's the grand determiner of it all. Like, I don't know who he thought he was, even on these panels, to tell other people that you don't have a right to repent whatever you've done if you've already made money on your nefarious acts and all of a sudden you want to claim you're a Christian. Coming from Anton.
I said the same thing.
Why is it that when you fucked up in your life that we got to have a redemption story? You know what? We don't always have to hear y'all testimonies. I don't want to hear how many dicks you done sucked. I don't want to hear how much money, because you ain't giving none of the money back that you made off of all of the OnlyFans content that you put out. You ain't taking Tiger's dick back out of your mouth.
Now I had to stop it right there. Something's wrong with Anton. Everything he deals with, even when Rita said they first met, is always about a dick in the mouth. To me, when I'm with a woman, I'm thinking about hugging, kissing, laying in the bed, rubbing bodies. That's what I think about. He's always thinking about dicks and mouths. See, to me, that's like gay language. When you see two gay dudes or whatever, it's about dicks and mouths. It's not about being together in a romantic capacity. So he's got some kind of fetish. Even when he was talking to Corey Holcomb, what did he say? Oh, well, you got these dudes' dicks in your mouth, or something like that. It's like he is so hard up on no diddy, on dicks and mouths. It's like he's down low. He's like sassy as hell, like he's weird. I'm a man who would always think of being with the woman in a different capacity, not just always dick and mouth, dick and mouth. It's like that's the only thing he's stuck on, which makes me believe that he's probably leaning more towards the gay community than the straight community. But it's just me, though. I notice he talks about it a lot in a lot of content. That's what he talks about. I can tell my wife, I want to get head. If I tell my wife I'm going to get head, I should be able to tell her I don't know, man. It's a lot of down low language, man. A lot of down low language, and I'm just catching up on that.
You ain't not being in the public eye anymore and starting to, live your life a little bit differently. Let's just call it what it is. It's a rebrand.
So does that apply to women only? Because that seems very.
Listen.
Yeah, it's just about her.
This is
my second thing, Anton.
This is the typical response from a woman.
And that's Queen Sheba chiming in. And she's like, is this just about women? Because with Anton, everything's content. Oh, this is just a rebrand. It's not like she's repenting truly to change her life and everything. To Anton, it's a rebrand. We don't have to hear no testimony. It's a rebrand. She wants to do different content. See, that's all Anton can think about. He is obsessed with content. This woman is like, well, what about a man who wants to get his life together, this and that? And of course, Anton, in true argumentative fashion, he don't want to make the situation equal. He wants to keep it about putting women down. That's his specialty, putting women down. Check out how he handles this.
They always want to make it about gender.
No, I'm asking a question just for clarification.
But I wasn't done talking.
I actually came in. I wasn't done talking,
man. I'm sorry, ma'am. Darling. I wasn't done talking.
Sweetheart.
I wasn't done talking, darling.
I'm just asking you because you came in and disrupted the flow. Y'all switched. We didn't know what was going on. We
Because you don't know if I'm already going to answer the question before you
I'm just asking for clarification.
Well, you can't ask a question before I finish cooking. You might like the meal that I give you before I'm done.
You just came in and did the same thing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second, man.
I'm just asking for clarification.
I'm sorry.
Can you give me that?
I don't need to give any. Listen,
I'm just
if
asking.
you can't understand what a C-student is saying, then I'm not really sure you need any more clarification. The fact of the matter is,
okay. So are we doing that? Are we doing a power trip tonight? Anton, are you coming in with a power trip tonight?
And there she got him. She stopped his ass in his tracks. She said, Anton, are we doing a power trip tonight? Narcissism. Anton, are we doing a power trip tonight? She caught what he was trying to do. She was just trying to clarify. She didn't have a long drawn out question. She just said, hey, is this for men or for women? He could have said for both and then kept it moving. But instead, narcissism, he decided to create a whole new argument, an entire new discussion, instead of just asking that brief question or answering that brief question. Are we talking about women, men and women? All you had to say, oh, it's for both. It's good for both. Okay, just wanted to clarify and then keep it going. But Anton, knowing that he was about to be checked on what he was saying because it was a setup question. She was asking because she knows how Anton is. See, Anton was finna say a lot of things about women that really is about himself in his own situation. See, you see how he's talking about doing all this nefarious stuff and trying to turn to Christ and everything. But here we are in 2026. Oh, I got hoes all around me. I got baddies. I never leave town without a baddie. I could talk to my chick if I want to bust down another chick. I could talk to my chick if I want to get head from another chick. That's what he's saying in 2026. See, she was asking for clarification to check his logic. This was 3 years ago. She already knew how Anton was 3 years ago. She was like, bro, you are a trip. You are not right in the head. Your logic is not there. So for her to sit there and notice 3 years ago that Anton was always on a power trip, always trying to start a whole new argument when there was no argument, she was ahead of her time. Queen Sheba knew something was up with this dude's brain.
No, I'm asking.
The fact of the matter is,
that's what y'all do. You don't like to get up here and bully people and
God is tired
and bully and do
getting
all this.
the devil's leftovers.
And if you can listen, once again, this fool who's thinking he's God, he says, God is tired of getting the devil's leftovers. This is what he's saying. Like, who is he to know what God is or isn't tired of? God says, send me your weak, send me your weary, send me your sick, send me your tired. But he's sitting on a panel going, oh, God is tired of getting the devil's leftover. But he's supposed to be God's darkest angel, right?
Just ask me.
I don't care. And you know what? And Miss Sheba, your inability to be able to control yourself when a man is speaking.
Are you really? Are we really going to do that?
Have
you ever heard me call anybody out of their name?
You know, I said, Sheba. What did I say?
No, I'm saying my inability to control. Have you ever
your
heard
inability to be able to control yourself? Sorry, Mr. Let Go. I got it. Let me cook. Your inability to be able to control yourself when a man.
No, your inability.
While
because you come in ruling with. We know it's.
We're going to mute you for a second.
Okay, and now you saw what he just did, because he tried to create a whole new argument. All she tried to do was clarify. Remember, take it back. She just wanted to clarify if this was about men and women both. Anton says, oh, you're just trying to make it about gender. Now he's saying, oh, you don't know how to talk to a man. You keep cutting off a man. See, he's trying to put a woman under a man during a conversation when all she asked for was an easy question. Just clarify, we're talking about men and women, both. And now we are all the way this far with this same damn argument to the point where he knew he was losing the argument. So what did he do? He muted her. This is what a narcissist does when they get tired of hearing you. They want to shut you down. They want to kill your video feed. Nope, I'm going to turn you off. I can't stand listening no more because you're proving them to be right the more you listen to him. So he shuts her down so he's not proven to be wrong.
Because I know you like
to do that. I'm going to step
down. We are going to do that. And the reason why we're going to do that is because I watched your show, Queen Sheba. And you know what I seen on your show while you still talking? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, man.
I just want to know if you're pulling a power play. That's it.
And this ain't no power play because, again, I've watched your show, Queen Sheba, and you know what I seen? You know what I seen?
Reviews. All I do is
You know
reviews.
what I seen? I'm sorry, ma'am. Can I finish my statement?
Go ahead.
You know what I seen? I seen you controlling the panel. You shut motherfuckers down when they start. Yes, you do.
Give me one example.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish what I was saying.
Now you hear what he just said. He said, Queen Sheba, you shut people down on your panel when you don't want to hear what they got to say. I've seen you do it. And he's claiming he don't do that. He just silenced her. But I got an actual clip right here of Anton shutting somebody down on a panel that he didn't want to hear. Exactly what he's saying she's doing, he's actually doing.
Matter of fact, get the out of here. I'm sick of these hoes, man. I hate you hoes. I hate these masculine hoes that come up on here and think that they can say me? What the f are you talking about? I hate you hoes.
Now that was him on another live stream, kicking a woman off of a live stream, raging out, crashing out, talking about how he hate her, calling her out of her name and everything. This is exactly what Rita was saying on her video when she says Anton's got multiple personalities. He rages out, he crashes out, he's very angry. He probably is going to hurt somebody one day. He hasn't done it yet, but he's probably going to hurt somebody one day. Even his wife said that. But yet here he is on his live stream with Queen Sheba saying, oh, I've watched your live streams. I see how you kick people off panels when they don't agree with you. As if he's not somebody who either does it or will do it. He still to this day does it. There's 2 live streams I reviewed in the past 2 days where he's kicked people off the panel because he don't want to hear them. But here he is saying somebody else does that. This is what I mean by narcissism. They're going to make themselves the victim. They're going to project and radiate everything they don't like about themselves onto you. They're going to say things about you that they don't like about themselves to make themselves seem better right now in this situation. But they know damn well it's exactly how they are.
Because I'm not going to let a woman or a man derail me from what it is that I wanted to say.
Nobody, I just asked for clarification.
Okay, well then let me finish what I'm saying. And then if you have any questions afterwards, then you can ask your question. All right. The fact of the matter is, God is tired of getting the devil's leftovers, and then y'all keep calling it redemption. It's not a testimony. A testimony is something that you went through and you didn't fail at, and you was able to overcome as a result of your resilience and your endurance in order to be able to get to that other side.
Now, he just made all that up right there. That is not the definition of a testimony. Anton likes to hear himself talk. He likes to make up shit on live streams. A testimony has nothing to do with failure or success. He made all that shit up. A testimony is only a recounting of a religious conversion or an experience you had. That's all a testimony is. It has nothing to do with failure or success. You can look it up. You tell me where you see failure or success in the definition of testimony. A testimony is a recounting of your experience or a religious conversion. That's your testimony. The shit he's talking about, he's making up just to fit his narrative. And anybody who's stupid enough to believe this dude, they're the ones being fooled.
A test is something that's not self-inflicted. You can't test yourself and then call it and be an overcomer. That's not what a testimony is. We get up in church and we brag and we try to act like we more than what we really are. And we trying to act like the God took us through it. No, you was never supposed to be in that situation in the first place because it's self-inflicted.
I honestly cannot believe people subscribe to this bullshit. For him to sit up there and speak like he knows God, like he is God. Oh, you won't test yourself. You can't test yourself. Oh, you can test yourself in anything you want to do. I might want to test myself to see how far I can run, how fast I can run, how long I can hold my breath. I might want to test myself to see how patient I am with my children. You can test yourself on anything, but he's claiming, oh, you can't test yourself. That's called a self-test. Who listens to this guy? Who the hell made him God? Who made him think he was God? For him to sit up there and claim, oh, people just go to church and they brag in testimonies. They just brag. Who is this dude? Who does he think he is? For people to listen to this shit, subscribe to his channel and hold him at a high esteem. He is mentally disturbed. Even his wife said he was mentally disturbed. This dude likes to hear himself talk. And the shit he says makes absolutely no sense to an intelligent person.
And so what we seeing is people profiting and they stealing all of the money from the community and they fucking on everything and they being a bad influence and they leading people down a bad road. And then they coming back and saying, but this is my redemption story. And then Mr. Let Go over there and giving them some flowers saying, well, I'm just glad for the children.
But Winston, me and you was like,
and after all that he just said, he said, fuck them children. Now he's sitting here in 2026 crying over his daughter, crying over his child, talking about how she feels, how she doesn't have high self-esteem because of what people are saying on the internet. But yet 3 years ago, man, fuck them children. We don't care about them children. Fuck them children. We don't care. I'm telling y'all, Anton is full of shit. All the people that are subscribing to his channel and help propel him to a sense of self-importance, like he's some king for real of something, like he's God. Oh, I'm God's darkest angel. I'm this, I'm that. One time he said he was God. He told some girls he was the closest thing to Jesus she was ever gonna see. Who made this guy important? Who listens to this kind of shit? For him to really sit up there and tell people that their testimonies don't count because he said they don't count, because he didn't deem it a testimony. Who the hell is he?
the same thing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm explaining the same conversation to you as I did Miss Darling over there.
I know, but
I'm not giving any of these women any props whatsoever. And if y'all get triggered and y'all can get mad, then y'all should be holding her accountable. That's when y'all should have been giving her the smoke. We don't give flowers to dandelions. We don't give flowers to weeds. We don't start highlighting all of the great things about it. That's not what we doing. That's not what we playing out. And y'all need to stop acting like y'all the devil's playground and then want to come back when don't nobody else wants you, looking for God to give you a redemption story. It's dead. It's over. Be the thing that you were supposed to be in the first place, or don't talk at all, or continue to be on the devil's playground. But pick a side. Stop being lukewarm. Stop switching sides when you feel like it's comfortable enough to rebrand. Stop stealing all of the money and then going over there and saying, okay, now I want to be the spokesperson for all of the good girls that want to change their lives. We tired of that. We only want to see the good girls that's living it.
And there he is speaking more hot garbage. He's talking about they only want to hear about the good girls that's really living this life. They don't want to hear about girls who are rebranding and coming back with a redemption story. They don't want to do that. They want to talk to women who are married, women who don't have kids out of wedlock. See, that's the shit he was pushing and promoting back then. 2026, he running around with hoes. He flying hoes around. He got bitches now. He's always traveling with a baddie. See, this is the flip. The dude was already having problems back then trying to convince people about the bullshit he was spitting. And he's telling people, just be who you are. You don't got to be different. Just be who you are. And who is he in 2026? Exactly who we all knew he to be. A fucked up person. He's God's darkest angel. He is exactly who he was supposed to be the whole time, but he linked everybody in with his bullshit content a long time ago with his higher than thou, I'm mightier than all of y'all, holier than all of y'all content years ago, and people started exposing his ass and figuring out who he was. And that's why he started changing. That's why he got off the Lapeef network. That's why he started his own shit, because he couldn't keep doing this forever without being called out on every single panel he was on.
That was living it from the beginning all the way through. That's the people that we want to see and we want to have a conversation with. We don't want to hear the redemption story no more. That junk is dead.
So basically, women like Mika, who have a redemption story, who used to be a certain way, who's erasing a lot of content right now of her old life, she don't have a redemption story in Anton's eyes. She can't do that. He wants to only talk to women who've been living a certain way this whole time. He don't want to hear no testimonies. But yet, what is he doing in 2026? He's flying women like that around, up to $3,500 a month. See, he's a fraud, and I'm glad Lapeef kept all of this on his network, because we're going through all of this content, finding out exactly who this dude is sitting on live streams right now, spitting all this bullshit to these people as if he's somebody he's not. He created this persona for content. The dude is full of shit.
They know that I have the same smoke for men as I do for women, but then they want to get butthurt when it's their turn. No, it's your turn. I have the same smoke across the board. As a matter of fact, I get into way more beefs and way more smoke with the men than I do with the women. So please miss me with that non-equal accountability smoke giving nonsense that y'all talking about. I have the same smoke for men as I have for women.
Shout out to the Lapeef Network. And as always, the video link for that entire video will be in the video description below. Now, I like to add commentary to mine, because if I don't, YouTube will strike me for it and I'll mess around and lose my channel. So for people that say, oh, just let the video play through, the link is in the description. You don't got to listen to my commentary if you don't want to. If you just want to watch the video, the link is in the description. But my commentary keeps my channel from being copyright striked. If you're not a content creator, you don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand it. They keep saying, let somebody else's video play on my channel as if it's my content. Can't do that. But this video audit review session that we're doing of Anton will have a lot of commentary. And I know you guys are in the comments leaving exactly what you feel. And I appreciate the commentary. And we know that my channel is very, very small. People like Anton don't watch my channel, and it's totally fine. We can continue to add commentary and to just keep the community alert on these frauds out there in YouTube who are flipping the script. Now, this dude did a complete 180 on most of the logic he's always had. But of course, being the narcissist he is, he will never admit that, which is why we got to go through the content and see it for ourselves. He's the one saying people kick people off of live streams and they shouldn't do that. But then he turns around and does it all the time. He loves to project exactly what he hates about himself on the other people. He likes to call women ugly because he's projecting how he feels about his own family. He loves to run around with girls who are light-skinned, but he don't mess too much with girls that are dark-skinned, because he's projecting all of that hate into the women on the panels. Light-skinned women on the panels, he talks to very well. Dark-skinned women on the panels, oh, he'll just give them smoke the whole time, because he's not trying to mess with them like that. He's trying to get in the good graces of the light-skinned women, and we peep this out all the time. So hopefully you enjoy being here at the barbecue. Hopefully you enjoy some of my commentary, the way we're reviewing it. I got more to come. We are just getting started. For all of you out there who hate the fact that I'm doing content like this, you control your telephone. Nobody's telling you to watch this. You're watching it on your own free will. All right, there we go right there. So what I'm gonna end up doing, like I said, it's only like 4:35. What I'm gonna end up doing is throwing these on the grill, probably till about maybe 5:15. Man, this is gonna be my breakfast. I might have, rib and egg breakfast today. All right, looks like the grill is already nice and hot. I got the flames going, got the meat going right here. Crazy dogs over there. Oh yeah, this is what time it is right now. There we go. Y'all know me. At the barbecue, we keep it on the grill around here. 4 o'clock in the morning, nah, it don't matter. Perfect time to grill. Yeah, so we're gonna let that kind of sit and simmer for about probably 10 minutes on this side. Flip it, get another 10 on the other side. Then I'm gonna just kind of come back and just pace myself with it. But yeah, So far the grill looks like it. I always like trying to sit my stuff so the whole flame. I only run like maybe these 3 eyes here. I don't run these 2. These 2 I don't run. I run those 3. Like I said, it keeps the meat nice. Let me shut this down. And of course that crazy dog right there is going berserk. Yeah, exactly. Crazy dog. And this nut right here. Here comes the big wolf dog. And this crazy nut. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Oh yeah, got a nice fire going right there. Yeah, got a couple of flips out of them already. Man, that's gonna be some good breakfast right there. Some good breakfast. I love it already. Oh yeah, that's just about done right there. Them looking good right there. Just about done. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be nice. That's nice right there. Hey, MicDrop barbecue always getting down is what we do around here. We get down. Now what you do is you see all those little fires happening inside of there. What you got to do is you got to spray that, and it's going to flame up real bad, but it's going to eventually kill the fire like this. So that's how you kill a fire. And now you can see they're sort of dying down in there a little bit. You can kill this one right here. Just kind of smokes it out, kills the fire, cools things off a little bit. Now you don't see it down in there. So it's kind of how I grill. You know what? I see fires pop up. I just kind of rinse the grease off of the little hoods inside of there. And it keeps my fire and all my heat going pretty good. And I can shut my hood again and get back into it. All right, I think that's about it. 4 huge slabs of meat right there. That's about it. Time to pull it off the grill, get in there, taste test. Man, that is looking good already. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Only took about 30 minutes, probably 25, 30 minutes. And breakfast is served. Right, that's the finished product right there. Looking pretty good. Finished product. That's a huge slab of rib cut into 4 sections. So this right here will probably be 2 different meals right here. So I can cut that, have a couple of meals. This is probably 2 meals. That's 1 meal. And this is probably, I would say, maybe a meal. Maybe. It's pretty big, though. That's going to be a big meal. But like I said, this is a whole rack of ribs that I cut in 4 sections. And there we go. And you know who's already ready right there. He's ready, boy. You ready? I know you ready, huh? You ready, huh? He's like, man, give me some of them damn ribs. Welcome to the MicDrop barbecue. This is how we get down. Man. That is looking pretty good right there. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the barbecue. In the front seat, hand out the sunroof. This is what the sun do. Living on the West Coast, car in the front yard, doing I'ma do the most. I ain't boast, I just how I am. I work hard for the money I got in my hand. How the hell you gonna tell me how to live my life? When you broke as a joke and can't pay your life, you ain't got that right. Better slow your roll. St. Louis down to Memphis know about that go. You can catch me out in Mesa with the Mexican gang. I can hang with anybody and I don't bang. They know a real OG, cause I move in silence. G, lasagna, without no violence, it's the brotherhood. And you know a brother living good. Made it out of Beach and Park, sitting down in Kirkwood. Made the call to the folks in my family. Non-podcast trolls stay spamming me. That's the man in me, ain't bottom body lame folk. Content, copycat, comment on the same joke. I rearrange folk, put them in their place quick. They think they hard with emojis in the light click. See that light shit, and I'm a heavyweight. I gave away more game than they can ever take. Butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I'm all 3, so you better get your weight up. Ain't no way that they can dim my shine. Headlights in my beamer got you sitting behind. I ain't got no time unless you want to create. All the YouTube fakes, I can spot these fakes. Gotta block these fakes, put them back on the bus. Now they wanna waste time, gonna war with us. What's the war with us? About to make that stack. Got me on my grind, and I ain't never gonna lack. Get it cracking like corn, had to bring that back. I don't even really rap, but this beat was a slap. It's like, welcome to the barbecue. Gonna get a plate or 2. Welcome to the barbecue. You know how we about to do. That's right. Like to appreciate everybody coming through the barbecue. Y'all know how we gonna get down every time.
What? What? Okay, guys, look, come through. God was coming, it was coming through. People watching my stuff.
It get hot in the kitchen, boy. What still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog.